One sec. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off. Gonna go straight. Me. Got my headphones in. Going to go straight headphones today. Straight what do you call that? Straight internet today. My internet, don't want the Wi-Fi. So here's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I need y'all to stay tuned. I'm gonna give y'all a tip that I probably shouldn't give y'all, but I've got to break this tip down because some of y'all gonna do it the wrong way and gonna get jammed up fast and furious. Appreciate all y'all watching the seven do's and don'ts in Sosua. That was dope. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Turn this music down. One second. Also, I'm sorry, put my phone over here. So check that out when you get a chance. And like I said, I got some game for y'all today, some real deal game. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for giving y'all all this game. All right, so first off, let me catch up on the comments real quick, then we get started. Gary Mack, what's up with you? David T, what up? Delta One, what's good, brother? So first off, I didn't do any videos because I didn't care, and I knew it was nothing gonna come of it. All right, the guy who went missing because he went looking for his wife in Dominican Republic, whose dad was online saying on TV saying he texts me every day, he sends me videos every day. I didn't make a video about it because I did not care. He didn't go missing. He was getting on the low because he was begging his girl to come back home. Some of y'all done did it, so you ain't gonna miss. No one said, hey, Travis Gauze, what up? No one said, hey, Travis Gauze is missing. He went looking for his wife. Never. Here, listen, guys, and I'm gonna repeat this. There is no Dominican Taliban cell in hiding, waiting for tourists. It does not exist. Matter of fact, if you want my honest opinion, and I love Dominican Republic, but I'm going to be honest, as someone who grew up in the streets, the Dominicans in this country are just not that good at crime. I'm just gonna let you know that. So no one's getting kidnapped. No one, this is not really happening here. What's up, Skeet? So yeah, he went missing in Dominican Republic. No, he didn't. He went looking for his boo thing, and he was caught up. David, let me tell you something. We all love to go missing in the DR, but I told you guys a long time ago there were some situations here. I know 4 people that faked their death in Dominican, 2 in Sosua, 3 in Sosua, faked their death. I know another 2 people that faked kidnappings in Sosua. They just ain't want to be fucking bothered with their family, bro. Missing it? No, he wanted to be alone. He wanted to get on his knees and beg his girl to come home. He ain't missing. He just can't listen to you in one ear while he's begging her to come home. Dominican Taliban got him. No, they don't. I ain't met one. So let's get that out the way. There's no Dominican Taliban. They do not exist.
I'll go missing if I want to be missing.
Yeah, you gonna miss it because you want to miss. You ain't. No one kidnapped you. Because all right, have any of you guys ever been to a Dominican household? Like, let's be serious here. And like I said, I love my Dominicans, but I'm being real here. Someone who gets around and been around. Have any of you guys ever been in a Dominican household? Okay. If I kidnap you and take you back to the crib, we got to pass the nosy neighbors, number one, because all the neighbors are fucking nosy, no matter where you live in this country. Everybody's got their head outside. Who that? And now when they see me by myself, they're going to say, oh, that's great. But if someone else get out the car, they're going to say, whoa, who that? They stay at the window. Now, you obviously kidnapped, so you're going to be against your will. Know what they fighting about over there? Everybody going to be looking. So the nosy neighbors, number one. Then I got to get you in the crib past La Familia. Okay, who the kids is running around wondering what I'm doing with you. All right, the aunties and uncles is like, who the fuck is this? Then I gotta take you to the back room. I gotta walk you past mi abuela in the kitchen. Say hola to my abuela. You know what I'm saying? There's too many sets of eyes to put you in the crib. Crime is just not that sophisticated. And I laugh because the way I hear about it online, I'll be like, Jesus Christ. Like, I live here. I know like real live gangsters here, and I know dudes that portray the gang. I know all that shit here. I kick it with them. But I be like, y'all just not that sophisticated. Like the credit card scammer dudes be online letting people know go all this money, get locked up, get out, and go back to letting people know all this money. And like they're being watched. They know they're going to jail eventually. They just balling out of control, trying to smash as many models as they can. Right? So no one is kidnapping your kids. It's just not happening. Okay? If you notice, I didn't do a video because I don't clout chase and I honestly didn't give a fuck. Let that young man beg for his girl back. Let that young man, he's heartbroken, get his woman back. Leave that young man alone. Y'all got his face plastered all over the internet. All he wanted was his hoe back. I mean, his girl back. Excuse me. Leave him alone. Jesus. Where was he from? I don't even know. Like I said, I didn't really pay it no mind. I knew he wasn't missing. I was like, oh, whatever. He look up his girl. So that's number one of today's free game. And I got a big piece of game for y'all later on in this video, but y'all gotta stay tuned in. There's some shit I'm gonna break down for y'all. So there is no Dominican Taliban cell in hiding and waiting for the button to be pressed for them to handle anything. It just doesn't happen. I go back to the nonchalantness of the Dominican authorities when people said they're killing people at the resorts with fake alcohol. And the minister of health got on and said, it's 400 people in the resort, 2 are dead. That doesn't make any sense. If it was alcohol, everybody be dead. And he just left it alone and walked away. And I was like, yeah, he's kind of right. Why is there only 2 people dead? And like, if a shark bites a surfer in Hawaii, y'all blame DR. I'll never forget when all the deaths kept happening, the Dominican deaths happened. I thought it was the funniest thing. I don't think death is funny, excuse me. But I thought it was the funniest thing. The 81-year-old lady who died 8 days after leaving Dominican Republic. She had just left DR 8 days ago and she died. I was like, she was 81. And she was in DR 8 days ago. Why does that have anything to do? Why does DR have anything to do with her death? You got America with these yearly, twice a year statuses. Don't go to the Congo in Africa, and don't go to Dominican Republic. What? Wait, you don't go to the Congo, don't go to Iraq, and don't go to Dominican Republic. What the fuck? They're not even the same thing. But they put it up there like level 3 warning. What the fuck? So a Dominican politician must have made Trump mad. Who knows? Anyway, y'all don't listen to that crap because at the end of the day, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. I will tell you right now, you want to say the big 3, the big 4, all these countries, this is the safest out of all these countries y'all travel to most of the time. The only place I've ever been to that's safer than here for me has been Cuba. And Cuba, even though Cuba's super safe, it's really not a great, like, they got a lot of issues in Cuba. I enjoyed myself though. So all right, so no one's missing. Let me catch you on the comment. He'll be all right. Sasquatch on his knees begging, please. Yeah, man. Polo it up. He said, Flip, quit putting my business in the YouTube street. All right, my bad, Polo. He said, I'm going to do that. Ganson said, what up, Flip? I'm going to come live later and call out and tell he want to be a passport bro so bad. I watched a little clip of his video. He cool. I mean, maybe he needs some international box. He'll feel better. He said, Dominican Taliban come kidnap me. Travel guard DR cribs ain't set up for prisoners. Yeah, facts, right? I ain't got the locked up and abroad. No one kidnapping your ass in Santo Domingo. Just tell your girl to take you get a bucket of sweet beans with cookies. I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't just Anton Daniels was like the last video I just saw today. There was about 20 videos. Man, girl's missing. I'm like, who cares? He's not missing. The most dangerous place I've ever been is America. Dwayne, thank you. Angry Bus Driver, shout to you. Let me turn to make sure I don't hear this music in the background. Sorry about that. So, there was a long conversation I had in one of the groups, and a dude made a post about, the OG sat at the table, told the young boys this about what to pay. Listen to me, Clip. This is part 2. What you pay does not make me nut. I'm so tired of guys talking about numbers and messing up the game. You know who's messing the game up? Turn your TV up. Turn the volume up real quick. You know who's messing the game up? It's you mofos who say people are messing the game up. Because if you were focused on your trip, focused on your good time, focused on your fun, you won't be worrying about that person over there's doing. Someone made a post the other day. Man, my man was on the plane. He saw 20% this, 30% that, 40% that. I said, your man should be in the motherfucking analytics. Because if he knew all that on the plane, I'm watching a movie on the plane. I might not even see you walk by if you my man. If you don't tap me on the shoulder. Hey, let me see what movies they got. I don't know what the hell going on. Who got all that time to be analyzing the plane? As long as the wings are intact and there's no tape holding the door together, I don't give a fuck. This plane gonna land and I'm gonna go on my journey. Oh man, you gotta see these brothers, man. Listen, fellas, for all you old heads that know it all you young boys that know it all. Let me tell y'all something right now. And one of my dudes 40 said this, and I love him for it. You could give out all the game you think you want to, all the game you think you have, right? You can give it all out. 98% of the time, the person's gonna not listen. They're gonna do the total opposite. Shout out to my man Sergeant Sosua. He told me to my face. I watched the videos and I did the total opposite. And he learned on his own of why I said the things I said. Most people are not going to listen. They're going to go against what you say, not because they don't believe you, but because when the thing is actually in their face that you're telling them about, it all common sense goes out the window. So you're taking 10 minutes to an hour of your time. Listen, fellas, I need you to do this. Hold the line. Let me tell you something about hold the line. Hold these nuts. Because I done seen the hold the line dudes, quote unquote, overpay. Hold these nuts. And I seen it with my own eyes. I ain't seen it like my mans in them. Think of the story my mans in them told me. I done sat there and watched the hold the line dude give more money than what he told the brothers not to pay. Miss me with that shit. So I don't care about that no more. I started to realize like dudes be lying. Your men that you go on trips with right now will come up to this bar and tell me, yo, G, don't tell my man, yo, I be sending money. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. As long as you realize what you sending money for. Yo, G, man, he don't know, but I be sending bread. Doesn't matter, bro. Does not matter. Save your mother effing breath. Let them mans live. Give them the game as far as what like things I'm about to tell you and things that could guide them. But telling a man what to pay, telling a man that just doesn't work, bro. They not listening. You probably to listen when people try to put you on the game. You know what I'm saying? I realize that if it's two types of people. The one that listen and the one that don't. And most motherfuckers don't. At least at first. Later they'll come back and be like, oh, okay, I get why he said that. Okay, cool. I'm a ride with this guideline. Cool. But at first they not gonna listen. And a lot of people gotta learn from experience. A lot of people gotta learn from experience. A lot of people have to touch the stove and get burned to figure out why you can't touch the stove. How many of y'all did that? I know I'm not the only one. Yes, I touched the stove. I stuck things in the socket numerous times. Got banned from Alexander's 100%. That's my mother. Sometimes you gotta touch it to see that it's hot. You gotta get your finger burnt. Oh, that's why they said don't do that. So let people live, man. Let them enjoy themselves. Some of y'all don't have rules in your own life trying to give people rules. Hey man, don't do this, don't do that. Motherfucker, get your life together before you start giving advice. I be seeing dudes sleeping on couches. Talking about, let me tell you this, man, don't pay this. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. If that dude want to pay $300 and I want to pay $60, woohoo for my $60. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell no man what to do with his money. He's got that type of budget. Let me catch up on these comments. Gary Jones, what up with you? I appreciate it. I'll definitely let him know. He said, appreciate it. There you go. Kirby Films, what up? The Necro Cannon. Prices are definitely going down. Kind of really all over, except Cartagena. Terry, what's up? It was great meeting you, my brother. I'll be back in a few weeks. Definitely got to chop it up, Terry. I'm sorry I missed you the last time. Thanks for the do's and don'ts. Man. Appreciate that. I'll be in Santiago 11. Enjoy Santiago, brother. I see. What up with you? Yes, we give him a free game. Free game Fridays, man. I'm just feeling myself today. I got some more game for you. Eddie Matrix, hold the line. That's I can't. Eddie, you can't say that. You can't say that because there's been dudes that said that and it did way different. So that's why I said that hold the line shit is out the window. When the big bubble Spanish grabbed my wheel. David, you stupid. Jesse Sauce, what up? Chi-Town in the building. Lucifer said they need a pope to confess their congressions. BK Chef, what up?
4 days.
Yes, great seeing you, brother. Great seeing you, brother. All right, so now I'm gonna give you guys some real deal game. This is part 3.
I came back after that.
And this is part 3 right here. And I'm gonna blow your mind. Shout out to John Casa de Compa. I actually just watched 2 of his videos just now, maybe about an hour ago before me and my man Stretch started talking. So I'm gonna throw this in there before I get to the main one. Number 3. I see online, and John mentioned this, and it was already part of my script. I see all these dudes talking about buying land, starting businesses, right? I asked a dude the other day, how much land do you own? None. Guys, you do not learn how to play basketball from a tennis player. Did I just make sense of what I just said? You do not learn how to play football from a ping pong player. If they not in the game, they can't tell you how to do things. You have a lot of dudes hustling. Listen, there's a lot of broke motherfuckers, man, and they just trying to get by, trying to make some money. I get it, man. They'll knock on it. I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna base my life on commission, which is wild work. Shout to them. But you got dudes out here selling land. You got trying to get you to meet the realtor to sell land, real estate. You got dudes out here trying to tell you how to start a business, sell you businesses, and they don't know what they're doing. I had a conversation with a very good friend of mine the other day, and he was like, I'm investing in this business. I said, okay, well, what is the reason the business is closing? Oh, he's got a better situation. I said, that sounds good, but if the business was doing well, he wouldn't sell it to you. You got to find out why the business is no longer doing good. Why does he want to get rid of it? If I got a good business, I don't want to get rid of it. I want to keep it going. But if the business is not doing good, of course I want you to come buy it. And of course I'm going to talk good about it. So just be careful on the people selling you things and selling you ideas and selling you how-tos, and they don't do it. I've got a bunch of YouTubers. I've got a bunch of Instagram guys or internet personalities, and I watch and I can tell if they know what they're talking about. Then you got other guys that are just hoping you call their phone so they can sell you something. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sell. Because, you got dudes that are very good talkers. Very good talkers. And at the end of the day, they can, once they get your ear, they can talk you into something. And they'll make you think you know what you're talking about. Ask the person this. How much land do you have? How many houses do you own? How many businesses have you started in this country? Do you have your paperwork? SLRC, RNC, LLC. What do you have? Most of them can't provide you with shit. I know some people are going mad at me, and I don't give a fuck. But I see a lot of people giving bad information. And John made a great comment, and me and him actually talked about this years ago. Post-COVID brought a lot of phony motherfuckers down here. COVID and post-COVID, and I'm sorry, some people, I hope he ain't talking about me. I ain't saying no name, but if you feel away, you feel away. You must feel guilty. Post-COVID brought a lot of phonies down here, trying to sell you stuff. Yes, the housing market is coming down. My boy just made a big-ass post on Facebook. People are mad as hell. There have been owners of houses who went online to complain about realtors raising their prices. And they said, I want this price, and this is your commission out of this price. Do not change my price. And realtors are jacking the price up to sell to you. Okay? So a lot of that shit is coming down now. People are getting tired of it. Because someone wants to sell their house for $250,000 and you see it online posted for $312. The realtor's trying to pocket that. Let me get the difference. The owner's like, bro, I want 250. Your commission comes out of my end. I want to get rid of this house. I want the 250. Get me my 250. Let me get up out of here, and you get a cut of me. Stop trying to make extra money on top. I want to get rid of this crib. I want to go. I got things to do. So you got to watch that. But like I said, everybody here telling you buy. I saw one dude, a video was sent to me. And the dude, now I don't know who this dude is. The dude was buying property on a mountain. Dope. There's some dope. There's tons of property out here. But what wasn't explained, what I actually got at my man, I said, what are you talking about? Because I know where my man lives at. And my man got land at. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you would buy land up there? You got to basically create your own infrastructure. There's nothing up there, no running water, no nothing. He's like, nah, I live down the hill, but he's up there. I'm like, and in the video I watched, he didn't break down that, hey, this land is like $5. I'm joking, it's not $5. It's like $5, but you got to build your own infrastructure. There's nothing up here.
They always have something.
You did? There's like I said, there's a lot of information people are leaving out, man. If you notice, I don't sit there and talk about me helping you build a house. You know why? I only built one. And that was a motherfucking task. And I was on the phone with Bo Rakes every other week. I'm not I had the experience, but I'm not no expert. I'll put you on to the people I use so you can use them, the ones I trust. But I'm not going to say, pay me and I'll show you how to build a house. I don't fucking know what I was doing. It just worked. But a dude who never built a house will tell you, I can give you some houses over here. I built one. Well, two, really, but one. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually glad that shit is done. Woo. Let me get to the comments and we're going to get to number 4. Free Game Fridays. Y'all hit that like button, man. Where was that? I need to make some money so I can come out there. Come on out, baby. I just want to buy some land and build a house in the future because I'll be moving in permanent in 2 years. See, now if you buy something where there's no infrastructure now, good possibility that infrastructure is there later. See, I own land where there is no infrastructure because I'm not planning to do nothing with it anytime soon. I'm looking at the bigger picture. Now, if you're doing that, then yes, buying some cheap land is worth it. But you got some guys being told, buy this land and start building, not realizing there's so much more. Ski, just a little bit. You good? You buy this land and build your house. Plots of land I'm doing, that's for later, bro. That's for later. No time soon. Now you good, bro? It was louder than the thing in the mic.
I got mad at something.
There's no wrong reason. You always buy land. Land is always available. But don't buy land thinking you're going to build now in a place with zero infrastructure. Because you're going to be the one building the infrastructure. And if it's done wrong, the government's coming and tearing this shit up. The next day. Not a year later, the next day. You know? He said, let's get serious. Army God Trav, what up, brother? Smith said, no begging. Shay Star, what up? So, number 4. Now, this part right here, I'm going to give. What's that shit? You say the bottom? The
backstory?
No. The fine print. Disclaimer. If you are a dirt bag, turn the TV off now. Ski, we had this conversation yesterday. With everything we talked about yesterday. If you do illegal shit, turn your TV off now. Because this advice does not apply to you. And you're going to understand what I'm about to say. I know you still got the TV on. There is a big misconception about police. Now, we all know police mess with everybody. I just had 2 of my workers arrested for no reason, let out in the morning. They do the same thing they do in America. There's no innocence to proven guilty. Sometimes you don't even do nothing. They just pick you up and throw you in the jail and let you out. We call it the TNT back where I'm from. Is what it is. Like, it's not, I don't think it's legal, but they do it, right? Who cares? And we just deal with it. So I'm going to give you this information. Now, Cestor, aka they're called Politor now. So the Cestor, you may see some guys with the Cestor shirts on. It's Politor. That is the tourist police. They're here to protect you, and they will protect you. I've had guys get pickpocketed, the police came right away, took care of it. I've had guys get in situations, the Politor came right away and took care of it. They're there to protect tourists. This country protects tourism. Now, if you're in the barrio, places out of tourist areas, you will not see Politor. They do not patrol non-tourist areas. Okay? They do not patrol non-tourist areas, mainly tourist areas. Now, let's do this. There is not one specific law that really stops the national police, the other cops in the gray and green, from stopping you, but there are rules. And like I said, we got the same rules in America, but obviously don't get followed all the time, right? And as I'm giving you this video, when I wrote this script, one of my mans got picked up by the police last night in Santo Domingo. He might be watching now. I'm hitting him like, bro, you American, you shouldn't be. He goes, I tried to tell him and he just threw me in the back of a van. He got driven around for almost 2 hours. Then when he stopped at another precinct, they said, oh, you're American, get out of here. No, brought him back to where he picked him up from. They cannot detain an American. They cannot detain an American. They cannot detain anybody that is a foreigner. I'm gonna use the word foreigner. Cannot detain a foreigner. Unless it's for immigration purposes. I just saw my poll. I'll get to that comment in a minute. Unless it's for immigration purposes. Now, Dominican Constitution, Article 40 and 46. I'm gonna get technical with y'all in case someone wants to look this shit up. Personal liberty and security, freedom of movement for both citizens and foreigners. Which is why a lot of the shit the police do with the hose, that's illegal. Protection from arbitrary detention, meaning you cannot be detained. We have the same rules in America, but I've been detained more times than I can count for no fucking reason. So we know it doesn't work like that. Okay? As I said, the Politor are the tourist police. And their job is to guide and protect. ¿Qué pasó? Piensa no hay azul, pero aquí el segundo. Check el segundo. I'm sorry. They're the tourist police. Now, their job is to guide, protect, and ensure tourists are treated fairly. If a tourist is harassed or extorted by local police, they're encouraged to report it directly to Politor. I'm going to say this again. If a tourist is harassed or extorted by local police, they are encouraged to report it to Politor. Extortion is frowned upon by the police. Some of their superiors will lock them up. There was a captain out here years ago that was locking his own cops up if they extorted or asked Americans for money. Because tourism is a major part of the economy, the Dominican government tries to avoid international incidents. Police won't mess with you unless you make it easy for them, which is why I said, if you're a scumbag, if you're doing illegal shit, turn this off. This doesn't apply to you. I'm talking about the guys who come down, have a good time, and abide by the law. Smoking weed is against the law. By the way, the Bible is on the flag. I'm just letting you know. I have no knock against smoking weed, but if you really want to go to the nitty gritty of it, it's illegal. Now, despite all this, obviously people get harassed. We get harassed in America. So it's the same laws to protect us, but we know doesn't always. And as I said, 2 of my workers just got locked up the other night, couple weeks ago, let out in the morning for no reason. I got the video for no reason at all. Let out in the morning. Same thing happens to us. You know, so these things still happen if you're out late, if you're alone, if you look like easy money, aka drunk or flashy. Could be you could look confused when you're drunk, or you're involved in anything illegal, drugs, underage, etc. If you're involved in anything illegal, this doesn't apply to you, bro. I'm sorry. Ladies as well, this does not apply to you if you're doing anything illegal. And I got more information. I'm giving you this to get to my point. But the idea they just randomly target people tourists for no reason, that's a scare tactic. That's BS. I can give you a million stories where I told a cop, kick rocks. Some of you who know me, who've been with me, have seen me tell the police, kick rocks. And I'll give you a couple stories in a minute. If anything happens, like I said, I'm gonna get to the point of this. Stay cool. You should have a copy of your passport at all times. My favorite line is, soy turista. I don't give a fuck what you think I am, who you think you are, what you think this is. Soy turista. I'm a tourist. That right there should stop anybody in their fucking tracks. And I've used it a few times without cursing the motherfucker out, but I like cursing them out, so it's different for me. Okay? And I'm not telling you to curse nobody out. That's why I said this is a little touchy subject here. I didn't really want to do it, but I'm going to do it because I see too many guys get caught up in situations. The good guys. And you know who I'm talking to. You can record it. You can ask them for ID. They got to show you their ID. Or you can call the Politor number. Google the Politor number. I'm not going to put it on the live. Google the Politor number. You can actually call Politor while police are stopping and say, hey, I'm a tourist. I'm here with Politor, with National Police, and they're stopping me. You can do that. It protects you. Tourists have protections. I've had multiple conversations with dudes, and I'm like, man, that shit don't sound right. Tell me the part of the story you didn't want people to know. Now we're going to get into this. We always hear versions of stories. Dominicans did this. Police extorted me this. Give me the part of the story that you're embarrassed to tell. There's always another side to the story, guys. I tell you all the time. Oh, well, I had some weed in my pocket. Well, there you go. You're breaking the law. They have a reason to get money from you. Otherwise, you go to jail. Now, let's use the ladies of the extracurricular activities. I'm going to say this one time, and if you catch it, you catch it. You don't, because then I'm going to go into it. There is no such thing as hooker police. It's just not. It doesn't exist. There's Politor, tourist police. There's national police, who are Dominican police for the locals. There's no such thing as a cop to come get you because you didn't pay X amount or this. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer again. If you are a scumbag, and you know what I'm talking about, if you purposely try to get out of an agreement, because a lot of guys be blaming these chicks, but there's a lot of scumbag dudes who would try to get what they want and get out of the situation and without giving up the funds. I've seen it. This is not for you. Take your licks, keep it moving. If you're a genuinely good person, you don't have to worry about this. I'll give you a couple stories real quick before we go any further. I had a good friend of mine, a Haitian American, good friend of mine, Jimmy. He might be watching. Jimmy told me he had an issue with a chick like 3 days prior. I was like, I don't know about all that, but obviously she ain't around, who cares? Let's go have fun. Because he didn't want to come outside. We get to the casino, we hanging out. Jimmy goes outside, smoke a cigarette. Some girls run up on me, they go, hey, your friend's outside, the police are messing with him. I said, what? But I remember Jimmy did tell me he had a girl threaten him 3 days ago. She said she was going to get him locked up. He didn't do nothing to her. She just wanted something from him, and he was like, nah. I come outside. Now, guys, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm going to give you a couple examples of things I've done. Could have ended up a different way, but this is how I carry myself. Especially when I know I'm in the right. Remember, if you got some keys in the trunk, you don't want to do nothing. You want to be like, yes, sir, no, sir. But if you're legit, you can talk all the shit you want. I walk outside, he's surrounded by 4 cops, and the girl's just doing this, yelling. So I walk up, I go, hey, what's up? So the cop says, oh, your friend got to give us some money. I said, nah, hey, come on. So the cop goes, what are you doing? I go, he's a tourist. He's Asian American, but he's American. I go, he's a tourist. She has to go to the fiscalia, the judge. They can't talk to him without a warrant. Unless the cops witnessed him hit her, they can't do anything. And even if she says he hit her, she has to go to the fiscalia, get the paperwork, bring it to them, and then they come arrest him. The national police cannot talk to a tourist without a warrant. We give ourselves up. Hey, can you come with me? Yeah, I'll go with you. No, you fucked up. Don't go with them. Told you guys when the homicide detectives ran up on me when I was younger. Hey, you want to get in the car? No. You look like somebody. No. You want to get in the car? Get in the car. We can talk to you. No. I'm not giving myself up to a cop. For what? Once you give yourself up, you give up some of your freedoms. You've put yourself in their custody, and especially when you open the door. Now, if you're in a hotel, in an Airbnb, do not open the door. Do not come out your hotel. Do not go past that gate. You know why? Because without a warrant, they can't come inside. I had a situation where I was throwing this huge party a long time ago. And the cops, I know they wanted money. I spoke to them later, they wanted money. They just wanted some funds, and I was cool with that, but at the moment, I was too busy. So I'm in the area of the gate, the entrance, and like, hey, come on outside. I'm like, I can hear you. I'm 10 feet from them. They're like, just come outside real quick. I said, I can hear you. And they're laughing because they know they can't come get me. They can touch me, but they can't come get me. Because I know if I walk outside, I've given myself up to them. Now they can pull me to the side. Hey, man, maybe make something up if they want to. I'm from New York. I've had police contact. I know what it's like if a motherfucker wants you and wants to put you under the jail. They'll just create some shit. So at the end of the day, no one's gonna outsmart me. So I've had dudes go, yeah, I was in my hotel and they asked me to come outside. You went outside? Yeah. No, bro. As soon as you gave yourself up, they're gonna take you. Now, when they take you to the jail, especially the jails here in this side of the country. I can't speak on Santo Domingo. I have not had the pleasure of experiencing Santo Domingo jail in any situations. The pleasure. You got scumbag lawyers here in Sosua that will run over there and say, hey, man, you got a situation, the girl this, the girl that. They're probably in on it. And by the way, all the cops, when the cops get called, are not in on it. Not all of them. There are some, well, they'll call a cop personally because they know him from their town. But a lot of the lawyers are in on it. So they'll be, not all, but some. They'll be like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. I know a lot of y'all are scared of jail. I get it. They're not going to test your manhood in 48 hours, 24 hours, however long you got to sit in that little pissy cell. Let them take your, if worst case scenario and you didn't do nothing. I'm not talking to the guys that hit the chick, threw the chick down the steps, did all this fuddy-duddy stuff and gonna say, I didn't do nothing. Not talking about that guy. That's why I said this comes with a disclaimer. If you honestly did not do anything, this is for you. Sit your ass in that jail for 16 hours, whatever it takes to the next day. They won't take you to the Fiscalia because they have nothing on you. Do you understand? They got to let you out. Or make some phone calls and get you a real legit lawyer and say, I'm in a situation, they won't let me out of the jail. I don't know what's going on. And that lawyer will find out what's up. And they got to let you out. Or you could say, take me in front of the Fiscalia, please. And then the judge is going to say, what is he here for? What's going on? Sidebar. I don't know where the mastermind thing came from of... Why are you looking at me with your fucking shirt off? I don't know where the mastermind thing came from of take a screenshot of your negotiations. Screenshots ain't help P. Diddy. So let's be honest here. Take a screenshot of your negotiations. Nobody gives a fuck, and you might not even have your phone on you. Excuse me, Judge. I like Exhibit A. If you to see the screenshot, nobody cares. Whoever came up with that idea, I did it. Has it worked? I've never heard of it working. Talking to the police, hey, look. They looking at you like, man, I can't read that. So take a screenshot. Find me someone who knows it's worked in the Dominican court. I don't know who came up with that. I know I didn't. Because someone was telling me, I was like, yeah, that sounds good, but does it work? Take a screenshot for what? So the screenshot, the negotiation thing, yeah, I'm a throw that to the wayside too. If it makes you feel better, take the screenshot. I just don't see nothing coming. I don't see nobody saying, sir, stop the court. Do you have a screenshot? I don't see nobody doing that. So be careful. And like I said, as long as you don't put your hands on a woman, you have nothing to worry about. They know how we act towards police, and they use that to their advantage. You dig what I'm saying? They try to pull the upper hand, that card, of these guys are listening to the police. If you've ever seen police arrest another Dominican, it takes like 17 cops to arrest one Dominican. It's the weirdest fucking thing. You know, so you don't have too much to worry. I ain't saying fight the police. You ain't got too much to worry about. Let me catch up with his comment. Big Guapo, salute. Is the true police immigration have confusing brothers? It's happened a couple times, but like I said, soy turista, you can pull your ID out. Everyone should have a copy of their passport. You ain't got to carry your passport on you. Have a copy of your passport. Yeah, Big Guapo, that has happened that I personally know for sure a minimum of 5 times that I can confirm it happened, right? Most dude, like one dude was just talking about it, and I was like, did it happen to you? He's like, well, they were looking at me. Did they stop you? Did they detain you? That's the difference. Because what you don't understand is getting detained is a different situation for an American. You can cause yourself a lot of fucking drama. I mean, the country and the police. I'll give you guys another story. A good friend of mine, he got stopped on a Caribbean tourist. Now, I'm not knocking him. He told me the story. He got scared. So we called the embassy. Should have never have called the embassy. They just got all the people off the bus, threw him in the thing. They said, hey, they thought he was Haitian. And they said, hey, he grabbed him with the Haitians. Okay, immigration. But instead of him waiting to get to the precinct and letting it be figured out, like, hey, you're American. Okay, cool, get out of here. Or like I said last night to my boy, they didn't say he was Haitian, my boy, last night. They just threw him in he was in the area, they threw him in he was in the hood, and they threw him in the van. But once they said he was American, they dropped him back off where they picked him up at. Instead of my boy, the previous situation, waiting until he got to the precinct, he's on the phone with the embassy. He's ex-military, so he's saying, hey, I'm detained. You weren't detained, you were just being transported until they found out who you were. Remember, the cops that grab you up, it's not their job to figure out who you are. They got to take you down and process you. And the people at the jail, the office, they figure out who you really are. They're just doing what they're told to do. He gets in touch with the embassy. So by the time he gets to the precinct, the embassy's already called the precinct. Say, you have an American detained. What's going on? Now people are in trouble. You have to have a reason for detaining an American. So people are in trouble now. Someone's going to lose their job. Someone's going to get in big trouble. So you know what they did? They saved themselves. They went through his past. Oh, he is an American. Oh, but now you got the embassy on line 3 flipping out. Why is one of ours being detained? That's illegal. They have his passport in the other hand. They look through his passport and they realize he's overstayed his 30 days. He's an illegal immigrant. They kick his ass. He's banned from DR for 5 years. Kick his ass out, make him buy his own ticket. He's banned from DR for 5 years. And I'm talking to him like, bro, all you had to do is wait till you got to the precinct and they letting you out. He's like, bro, I was just scared. I said, I get it, but nothing was going to happen to you. You're an American. Once they see, oh, you're American, our bad, you know, because you got a lot of dudes. And there was one video going around. I told you guys a year and a half ago, there's a lot of dudes that got deported that are more American than you. And they sit there and go, look at me, man, I'm over here. They got me locked. I'm American. No, motherfucker, you deported. Okay? So the cops can't decipher through your English that you're American. They need to see the paperwork and prove you are who you are. Now, if you have it in front of you and it looks good to that person, okay, cool, get up out of here. But there's too many deportees that can pass as Americans. So they looking at you like, we got to check. Because like I said, some deportees speak better English than you do. Sunday Night Smoke, what up with you? Kevin Lopez, glad I don't smoke or drink. At the end of the day, let me catch up on this. I missed some comments. I'm sorry, y'all. Commission sales, highest and lowest paid occupation. Exactly. Black Abdullah, what's up with you? Once you agree to move, when a cop asks, you've been detained. Exactly, DJ. Playway TV, what up? And Flip, we trust. I ain't even do nothing. Yeah, I ain't even do nothing. La Fiscalia, there you go. Doc, I don't know, and I won't ever find out. But like I said, if you have weed on, there was a dude one time, the cops arrested me for nothing. He forgot to tell about the dude that set him up with the weed. He didn't want to pay the guy. The guy went and got the police, brought him more weed and said, hey, there you go, you got the weed. He left that part out. If you're gonna smoke in your crib, smoke in your villa. And if you got a significant other, some company, don't let her be all up in your weed, man. Because then she knows you illegal. Like y'all motherfuckers just let your girlfriend in the stash spot? Y'all let it in the trap house? Hey baby, come to the trap house where all the keys and 25 guns are. No! So why would you let this little girl here in your crib, knowing you got weed in the crib? Knowing if you piss her off, hey yeah, this guy over here got weed in the crib. Does it make sense? You gonna let some random chick into the trap house? No, so why would you do it here? Make it make sense. Charlie Brown, investigate for me. I'm confused. And Jim Jones is trash. Wiseman, this should be the reason why you stay in the tourist zone, because at least the officers understand it. True, but some people want to venture out. Now I get that. Mr. Hold my own, great information, appreciate it. Norte Americana, I just say soy turista. And then, stop speaking Spanish. That's another thing. A lot of y'all, let me impress the cops with my Spanish. Stop speaking Spanish. Be at the point where you just say, hey, what? No comprendo. What? What'd you say? Anybody got a Google? Like, play stupid. Because most of the time they get so frustrated with you. They trying to get rid. I was driving from Nagua many, many moons ago, maybe 15, 16 years ago. I'm driving down, right? So it's a road leaving Nagua. That's, it's a little shady. A little shady. But I've been over there before. I was going to see a chick. Coming back, and my man had just told me in Boca Chica, he said, hey, don't speak Spanish. So I get pulled over, and I go, let me see if this shit works. I go, hello. I said, welcome. He was like, you American? I was like, yeah. He goes, you don't speak Spanish? I said, no speaky Spanish. I swear to God, it's that conversation. He's like, you're on this road. And you, ¿qué es eso? ¿De qué? Oh, uno para 50. Uno.
Poloche no son 30.
Yeah, pero es 50.
Dame mi 20.
Ah. I'm sorry. So he's like, you're on this road and you don't speak Spanish? Toma. And I'm like, huh? He goes, you're on this road, right here, this road, and you don't speak Spanish. And I was like, no comprendo? Well, he got frustrated. He's like, man, get out of here. Just go ahead. He ain't speaking lick English. I ain't speaking, he's like this. He said, man, get your ass up out of here on this damn road. So sometimes you gotta be that way. But y'all be too fucking friendly too. He said facts, know when to hold them and know when to fold them. The big cities are an issue and can be problematic. Is it true they have a hotel jail out there? I don't know about the hotel jail. If you're talking about that insurance thing, I don't believe in that. Put you in a, yeah, I heard about it. I don't know nobody's actually happened. I was on someone's video, Jamie, the dude, YouTube dude, and Instagram guy. I had posted about it. I said, anybody actually going through it? Because they lock Dominicans up too, or at least take your vehicle. And with us, they don't really lock us up. They just sit us on the couch until they got our passports. I don't know. Dominicans always pretend to speak no English when they get caught in the U.S. Same rules apply. Thank you. They stop everyone like this, or is it mainly us brothers? What do you? They stop whoever they gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? There was a situation 8 years ago. I think it was 7 years ago. I just opened this, where they grabbed a bunch of Canadian tourists at Playero who were all over their time. One of the Canadian tourists pissed off a cop. He grabbed them all up, and literally, they were all over their visa. So they all got picked up by immigration. They got let out because someone made a big stink about it, but they all got picked up. So at the end of the day, you have to understand that the police cannot mess with you. The police have to respect you like you got to respect them. Don't do anything illegal. Because like I said, if you're doing anything illegal, this doesn't apply to you. And illegal means smoking weed. If you're gonna smoke weed, keep it on the low. And don't let me smoke weed with my chica. Don't. Because if you piss her off, the first thing she telling the police is, he got weed. Y'all be letting motherfuckers into your business too much. You know what I'm saying? Smoke your weed. You cannot smoke it. I don't know how you do that. I told you. You cannot smoke walking around. This is not America. This is not NYC, which is weird. You know, I remember getting thrown against the wall just for weed smell being in the air. You know what I'm saying? No, it's actually not common sense, my brother. Shout out to you, Good Store Games. Actually not common sense. Believe it or not. People be out here, I'm gonna go smoke. No, bro, don't. Don't smoke. Take a moment and take your ass home. I've actually sometimes have allowed people to use my area near me because I'm like, hey, man, I don't want that to happen to you, man. I need you to relax. You know what I'm saying? Stop and search seem to be normal. Well, here there's no real stop and search, but if someone tells on you that you got weed on you, which happens, I've seen little hustlers get mad because they didn't get no money or you didn't tip them enough, and they'll be like, yo, that dude got weed, just to jam you up because you're getting jammed up, and they'll bring the weed to you and tell the cop. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about Dominican Republic? Stop and search? I hardly ever see that. I just see them grabbing people up. Definitely hit that like button. Are you talking about Dominican Republic? I don't think I've ever gotten, well, as an American, I've never gotten stopped and frisked. I've gotten stopped by police 100%, but no one ever touched me. Dwayne said, here, way past my 30, you kind of got me scared to leave. Nah, you ain't got to worry about that, man. That's all right. So in case in that point, past the 30, there was a situation, I was past my 30, which happens all the fucking time. And sure enough, I was about to talk some mega shit, right? Some shit that happened. I was about to get myself all involved, all in the Kool-Aid. And I stopped. And I said, fuck. If they fuck with me, I'm over my 30. They could use that to their, and I'm about to do my residency, so I was like, I gotta chill with that shit. So, yeah, you good. They ain't gonna really mess with you. It's if you causing any problems or you want to be like I said, if you got 7 keys in the back, yes sir, no sir. But if the car's clean and you chilling and your papers is in order, F you, officer. Like, you know how we do things. Happen, yes, I'm sorry that happened, but like I said, I've gotten stopped, but not frisked, never. They must have thought you had that thing on you. Just get the weed, tinctures, or pills. Yeah, I guess, like I said, I don't do drugs, so I can't speak on that. Question, any good hotel resorts to stay in? So tons of hotels out here, bro. King said, March in Sosua at 9 tonight. We will not have service from 9 to 15. Everyone meeting. Yeah, they're doing it. All right, so they're doing another march in Sosua. I want to have, what's up, big dog? I want to have a conversation with these dudes. What's up, Playboy? I want to have a conversation with these dudes who are protesting and all this other stuff because they kind of make me laugh, but I'll leave that alone. Oh, y'all got stopped. I'm sorry to hear that. I never got stopped and searched anywhere. I've been stopped 100%. And like I said, being from New York, that shit don't faze me none, but never search. They're just protesting hoes. Some of them probably watching my videos, but I would love to have a sit-down conversation with a couple of them. There might be some things they need to know. What I love about this whole movement, and it's been happening for years. It's been happening over 15 years. The movement never builds traction. They do things and it goes away. And I'll tell you why. It doesn't build traction because the people standing next to the people that want to get rid of the hoes are making money off of the hoes. They don't know this. You know what's crazy? I see that those people don't really be outside. And that's the conversation I want to have with them. How can you speak on a town that you're not actually in? You know what I'm saying? It's like you telling me about Disneyland, but you only went to Epcot Center. Oh man, Disneyland is trash. Where'd you go? Epcot Center. You didn't go to other spots? No. How's it trash? You didn't experience. You don't see nothing else. You only see your version of Disneyland. You get me? So a lot of them be in their little towns and don't come outside, and they hear about things or me drive by and see something. They don't actually know anything about Sosua. You know what I'm saying? They just talking. So that's another story. If I ever get the moment, I'd love to sit down with some of them because I've been here long enough. I actually know more about Sosua than motherfuckers that were born here. I've stayed at Amika. I'm looking at another spot. Tons of spots out here, bro. Casey says, sorry, I've been stopped several times, never searched. After I took your advice to tint windows. Oh yeah, my windows tinted out, Casey. Yeah, like I said, I've never been searched. Never been searched. Now, I've been asked could they search my car for a weapon, because you know, they're trying to make some money. No problem with that. That's happy. That happens around Christmas time. Jay Quay, I stayed in New Garden. I saw Anton Reef. I've never stayed there, I can't tell you. Story tell, what's up? What you tell? So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Remember, you can go back and watch it. Part 1 was the dude who went missing. There is no Dominican Taliban cell waiting in the wings for anything to happen. Dude went missing because he wanted his girl back and went to get her back. He didn't really go missing. He just didn't want to talk to anybody to talk him out of going to get his girl back. Some of y'all have done it yourselves. What you pay does not make me happy. So I don't care what you pay. I don't care what you spend. None of my effing business. The dudes who are messing up the game are the ones that are saying you're messing up the game. Number 3, all these people selling you lands and businesses and telling you how to buy land, build property, build a business, and don't have it. Have a good one, Trey. And don't have it. Where are they getting their information from? Where's their experience in telling you how to build a house and they didn't build a house? Where's their experience telling you how to buy land? They don't have land. Where's their experience in telling you how to start a business and they don't have a business? Number 4, the national police cannot mess with tourists as long as you're not breaking the law. Don't make it easy for them to mess with you. And there's no police for the ladies. There's no special police for the ladies of the night. You know what I'm saying? There just isn't one. It's a big mix. I saw the fight at Medellin. That's not the first one. It was one a few months ago. I thought it was the same one. One a few months ago. Yeah, dudes be out there scrapping over hoes. It is what it is. Who cares? None of this stuff is new. Y'all just seeing it because of social media. Sadly, the dude who was missing for 2 weeks seemed like he wanted something to come true. Actually, Jay Quite, can I tell you something? He wasn't missing for 2 weeks. He was missing for like 4 days. He was missing for 4 days. His father got on the news 2 weeks later. He was missing for 4 days. If you notice, when his father found him, he left it at, he's safe, I'm gonna leave it at that. Because he knew his son was simping. He didn't come say where they found him at. Wait, he said, he's safe, and left it at that. His son was simping. He didn't want to acknowledge that. And Foy, what up with you?
They look feisty.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he came down to get his woman back. I get it. I've never flown 3,000 miles to get my woman back, but I get it. I probably drove a mile, 2 miles. Baby, come back. No? Okay, I'm out. Let me fly 3,000 miles, do something else. I get it, you know. And for you guys, before the video comes out of a protest going on, we don't want hoes. Guys, they just posted yesterday, the day before that, how this has been going on for over 10 years and they're not getting any progress. Do not, don't worry about it. This is just a bunch of people with an idea that their version of Sosua, which I don't know what their version of Sosua is, will be better if certain people weren't there. Now, I'm not going to go into who those certain people are. Because I pay attention to this stuff. I'm watching behind the scenes, and I want to comment so bad, but I'll be like, let me shut up before they protest outside of FlipFlop. Scrapping over women that just see you as an ATM is diabolical. Bro, they be... Kevin, are you crazy? Dudes be scrapping over women. Let me tell y'all something. Before social media, pre-social media, on that corner right out there, down not on the corner of Rumba, but the other corner where the Chinese store is, there used to be Latin club. On that corner, opposite Rumba, I done watched over 10 knockout drag out fights over hoes, and the hoe left with the winner. Before social media. Before you could record with your phone, your camera phone. I'd be like, oh, ooh. And then whoever's on the floor, she steps over him, goes to the winner, he walks away the champion. I've seen it. Social media just makes you see it more, but it's been nothing's new in this world. There's nothing new. You know, I remember somewhere in the Bible where Jesus was like, I just had to fight some dudes and rumble over some hoes. Like, nah, I'm making that up, obviously. Jesus was like, I had to fight some dudes and rumble over some hoes. You know what I mean? Nothing is new. It's been going on since then. You dig? King said no reproach. Okay, I don't know. I mean, you know, for me, Ray, these protests are just funny as hell to me. Because like I said, and I'm gonna say it again, I enjoy the protests and the commentary. I'll be really watching this shit. It kind of makes my day. Because I see the dude, the dude or the chick standing next to the people that got their chest poked out. Sosua. And they benefit off of all of this. And I'd be like, how you marching and you make more money? But none of my business though. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Well, look, there was no cup here. There was no cup here. El tiene un vaso. She said it was empty.
Right down there.
She said it was empty.
Yeah. It was empty. No. It wasn't empty, was it? Let's have look at it.
No.
Canadians here to dominate in the.
Who's this? Which mine?
That's.
You give me.
Dominate? No, I don't think they dominate. I don't think not one group dominates down here. If you really want the truth, in my experience, I don't think nobody dominates down here. As far as the majority, I don't think nobody dominates. I really think it's more even keeled and more even amongst different groups. You know what I'm saying? I don't think one group dominates. I would say when I first came down here, Russians, Europeans probably dominated. That's definitely changed. I think we're all kind of equal as far as numbers go. People will say there was more brothers down here. I still don't see that as far as being the dominant. I never really see it.
Yeah, I go down the beach. Look, I walk.
Excuse me, but that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys stay tuned for Sunday service. Appreciate y'all joining me. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 free game information I've given you today. Hit that cash app, man. Hit that like. I'm over here hurting. I need some cash apps. King Solomon and listen, I can't say it. Nothing is new under the sun. Exactly. Appreciate all y'all. Hit that like button before you step out the door. Y'all ain't even no likes. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. He said, as a black Caribbean from the UK, what Sosua said to me better for my first time. I always say first time Sosua is the best, so you can learn a little bit about the country and the people, and then you go and do what you're gonna do and explore. He said fundy time. Y'all stay tuned for more. I'll see y'all on Sunday service. Whew.